Hearty pranam to everyone. Life is just a flow which flows in its rhythm. Every person has own point of view to it, and according to one's point of view, one imagines about the life of own, or one builds own palace of imagination about future, standing on the very base of past. In this way our life flows, and always we try to make match, to make a match in between imagination and our practical life. We get or become happy when it matches. Otherwise, the situation is completely opposite. I mean, unhappiness at the time we get in our mind. This is a very common phenomenon in everyone's life. We believe or we expect that our life will flow according to own imagination or mind setup. When we get any change about our imagination, that is the very starting point from where it starts. Worry or anxiety. Suppose a girl or a boy who has already imagined about own life. Suppose it may be just after finishing the education, there will be a job, weighty job according to own expectation. Husband and or wife, very good family, good surroundings, good relations, so and so. And in this way, our life will flow until our death or until our last breath. In very deep level of heart or mind, we think like this, consciously or unconsciously. But it stirs conflict or anxiety when we get change from our imagination. Few days ago, someone called me about this problem. Problem like just this. There was an imagination about life. Suddenly, it has got changed, or it has changed. So, naturally, it's a very, very effective stroke to hurt, to imagination, or to imaginary world. His or her partner has decided according to his or her way. So, all the planning, all the phenomenons, or the imaginations related with that issue suddenly get changed. It is the moment when one gets a very heavy stroke or shock. Then naturally this question arises. First it, I made a plan about my future, just not like that or this. But why has it happened here? Or why does it happen in this way? Who controls all the things? I did not try to harm anyone since my childhood. Simply, I was continuing own way. Then why this type of situation is in front of me? That's not in favor of my mind. That's nothing but adversity or completely adverse from my mind setup. Questions like these naturally arise, or the series of questions start to run through our mind. It hampers our smooth lifestyle because it's not so which was expected by my mind. In this situation, we think, then how will I continue my life towards the future? We try to make a new plan, but there is no remarkable result which is expected or expected result. Some worries, dull mood, anxiety. In short, that's not any balanced state. In this situation, we become compelled to behave to others artificially. I mean, we try to maintain artificial or so called courtesy or manners to others because in the very ground of mind there is no peace at all. But we live in society according to own knowledge. Oh, yes, then we must continue our so called manners or courtesy and manners. It may be artificial, that's not the problem. But I must try to present myself with politeness to others. Anyhow, it must be. This is the higgledy-piggledy life. And it goes on. Sometimes it may be a very new situation may appear. Again, new imagination starts in the relation of this new coming situation. It flows for some time. Again, it may be diverted, this line. Sometimes one may not get situation in favor of him or her. In this very case, he or she thinks, how is it possible to continue it? So, very interesting thing is this. Actually, it's not interesting at all in that situation of that scheduled person, I mean, of the person, for the person. Yet, if we get solution about anything, obviously that will be personal. Sorry. So that means if we understand anything clearly in our mind, in that very period or time or moment, it's my personal understanding or experience. I may listen it from somewhere, I may read from some book or scripture, from any information. I can collect it. That's no issue at all. But if I get any link, I mean, if I get any link just between this thing or this idea and own personal life, That means it has a practical strong ground. So people should think in this way, or people may think in this way. Yes, previously I made a plan about my life. Incidentally, in the present condition is not like that. It may be, but we must find out or discover the way by which we'll be able to arrange own life according to the present situation, not having any unnecessary weight of thoughts. Because if we get pressure, then who is the person who will help me to release from the weight or the worries? We must try, or I myself should try, is without any hesitation. We should think that previously means since the very period or the very moment of arising sense, since that moment, number of times I have got various type of adverse situations, and not only that, number of times I thought that what would be or will be in future, how will I get free from this situation, etc. But if we observe impartially, then we'll get that in any way we got relief or the way out from all of those, I mean, those adverse situations. After that, life started to flow in its way, in its rhythm. In the same way, in the present condition, we get adverse situation in front of me. It will also pass, or it will pass too. We must provide importance to this conscience or viveka, that this situation will pass too. So I must keep patience with the understanding of this, that this situation will pass too. If I am genuine with my intellect or mind, then this viveka will help to keep patience. Yes, this situation will surely pass too. So we must try to arrange our present situation, I mean present routine. If we continue in this way with arranged present routine, then naturally the previous dullness or the anxious mood will disappear gradually, day after day. This is the very help of Viveka. Again, life will be rhythmic with the universe. So, always we should be respectful to our Viveka. That is the very light which helps us to come out from the darkness of anxiety. So, my dear viewers, it's not any theory at all. Standing on the very concrete base of experience, I try to share to you, or I try to share it with you. My dear viewers, at least 5 or 10 minutes sitting in silence in a day according to own schedule is very effective, first thing. And secondly, one should observe about own life, about previous experience or the situations by which our Viveka will gain capability or capacity to accept all the situation as it is. And it's a very way to get solution. Please take it positively and find out or try to discover what I want to express. There is no doubt that you will get something in it. Thank you to everyone to spend your precious time with me.